Are you ready to reverse diabetes naturally and scientifically? Hi, I'm Dr. Mateen Sid and welcome to my website bdiabetesproof.com's YouTube channel. In this short video, I'm going to share with you the four-step plan to reverse diabetes naturally that is backed by science. In a moment, I will also share with you my free report and 10-day plan to lower your blood sugars, reverse diabetes without drugs or insulin. Now, as you have seen in what is diabetes video shared earlier, the four big causes of diabetes needs an integrated and holistic plan. We don't need a band-aid approach taken by drugs or a magic wand approach taken by supplement sellers. Now, to do this, let's go back 400 years, shall we, and time to Hippocrates, the first modern doctor. Now, Hippocrates was called as the father of modern medicine, introduced the world to what he called the three physicians. And he also is famous for the very wonderful quote, let food be thy medicine and thy medicine be thy food. Now, Hippocrates actually introduced us to three doctors. He said that diet is the first doctor we need to take into consideration to beat a chronic illness like diabetes and to stay healthy. The second thing he mentioned is sleep, or what we call as Dr. Quiet, because sleep is essential for regeneration of so many metabolic pathways in the body that all of this, if they become dysfunctional, produces diabetes. The third physician he mentioned was happiness. He said that happiness is the antidote to a lot of illnesses in the society, especially the society as he saw was having an affluence, and there were diseases of affluence like obesity and related diseases. Now, these three were the physicians actually told to us by Hippocrates, and we as doctors take the Hippocratic oath as well. But come to modern day life, we have changed a society where it was normal for people like to walk for about 3000 minutes a week to 300 minutes a week, and that is why Paul Chek uh, introduced us to the concept of doctor movement. And doctor movement is much more than exercise, as we shall see. You see, this is an integrated plan. This kind of integrated plan is one which helps beat diabetes. Now, let's move on to the first doctor, the doctor diet. Now, the doctor diet actually includes two important components. One is diet, the second is supplements. Supplements which actually help us overcome the nutritional deficiencies which complement a bad diet, which result from a bad diet, plus give us the very important anti-inflammatory antioxidant boost which can help overcome insulin resistance. Now we have got plenty of research on this, right? First research says low caloric diet. Yes, they have tested 600 calorie diets drastically lowering the blood sugar levels in type 2 diabetic patients. Yes, this is a very good diet, but how long can you sustain on a 600 calorie diet? It's a very difficult diet to sustain. So if you give less calories, the body has less to metabolize, and naturally the insulin requirements go down, and yes, we are going to see a reversal of insulin processes. But again, this is not a diet which can be used for long periods of time. It's simply impossible to do that. The second diet is a very interesting diet, has got excellent results. It is the Mediterranean diet. Yes, it is a diet which is filled with fruits and vegetables and naturally substances like olive oil, right? A kind of fat, etc. It's a very good diet which has been proven, but it has its own limited drawbacks, as I should share with you. The third diet which has been proven to help diabetics is the ketogenic diet. Now, ketogenic diet has known to lower blood sugars, need for diabetic drugs have been reduced, and it also has been shown to reverse insulin resistance and lower cholesterol levels. But there is a problem with all of these diets. They are missing one or the essential components of. For example, the ketogenic diet has got such heavy um, component of fats that I feel it's a very good in the long term. But also, diabetics should also concentrate on the veggies, which at times are missed from the ketogenic diet. So it's not a low caloric diet. We have to have a low carb diet. We need to have a slow carb diet, what is called as a vegan diet. Now, Dr. Mark Hyman introduced this. This is the first time I read from him, and I knew from him is the vegan diet. Vegan diet essentially is a combination of paleo and a vegan diet. You see, this is the best diet I feel for diabetics, and there are strategies under this diet which can actually enhance, make it easier for us to follow this kind of a diet. It's not an easy diet to follow, but once you get the hang of it, especially with proper recipes and proper nutritional intake and supplements, you're gonna see amazing results with this diet. Now, this diet also includes two interesting things which we should be adding, which is what I call as a fatty salad every day, right? You add good fats like olive oil, like fresh fish, small fishes. I'll show you how to select the right fishes which give you the best bang for the buck in terms of nutrition and low levels of toxicity. Now, these are the kinds of foods which make diabetes problems go away. They lower blood sugars on one side, they go anti-inflammatory on the other side, reducing the level of inflammation in the body and thereby reducing insulin resistance. So at a period of time, they give the chance for the body pancreas actually to heal in such a way that pancreas start to pump out more insulin, and the insulin which is being pumped out, even if it's lesser than normal what we have, will be sufficient to send the glucose into the cells because we are going to add other components to the pattern of eating, that is doctor movement. Now the doctor movement essentially is a new addition because, as I was told you in the movie or DNA, the author shares excellent um, research which tells that we have moved from a society of constantly moving to a society which is constantly sitting. A 3000 minutes per week of activity changed to 300 minutes of activity per week. Many of the time this includes the exercise we also do, right? So this is very important. First distinction has to be made between exercise and movement. You see, exercise is more than movement. You see these two circles. The exercise is a small part or the big part of the movement. You cannot just exercise for 30 minutes or even 60 minutes a day and remain idle for about 23 hours and think that that 1 hour of exercise is sufficient. It simply is not sufficient because we have been designed to move. We have not been designed to sit idly, right? If you read the book Sitting Kills, Standing Heals, right? You find out that the movement is very much essential, and that is why we need more than exercise. We actually need what we call as a three component fitness, right? Diabetics especially will benefit from that. The three components are aerobic exercise. Now aerobic exercise is very important because it strengthens the heart, right? The heart for a short time is under stress when you're exercising, but it rebuilds, comes back stronger, especially the mitochondrial health, the coenzyme q health. All these factors will improve the cardiovascular capacity. The second component is the strength component, the strength and endurance, right? Strength and endurance component is very important because you need stronger muscles. Diabetics get muscles which are insulin resistant, as you saw in the last video. Now, if that's happening, diabetics are not going to be having muscles which accept glucose. By strengthening the muscles, by giving the signals to the muscles which say, hey, we need you, and the muscle says, if you need us, we got to be strong, we got to be working out, we need the energy, they will allow insulin in a separate pathway than insulin resistors receptors. They allow glucose to come in through a separate pathway through different kinds of glucose transporters. Now the third component is flexibility and strength of the joints. This is very important because frozen shoulder like problems, arthritis like problems are very common in diabetes. Why? Because in addition to strengthening, you should also have flexibility, you should also have muscle joint strengthening, you should also have stretching exercises, facial exercises. Now these three components are excellent. When you add these components together in a weekly fitness program, you're going to have an amazing results, especially when you compound this with the diet which we are seeing. And it's important to know that it's not activity alone. It is an active lifestyle. That is why I always say it's let's make it a family habit of moving around, having fun games, having movement related activities all through the week, maybe twice or thrice a week, maybe at least once a week. Get together with the families, go on a small outing like bicycles or running or gardening or anything which makes it a fun activity for the whole family. And we are doing these low value activities every week or every day, even. And then what actually happens is we move not from an activity, we actually move to an active lifestyle, right? Now, when you add these three components of movement, and you're going to get excellent results, right? You don't just miss once, you add movement to it, you add the three fitness components, you make fitness as a lifestyle, have an active lifestyle. If you can stand, don't sit. If you can sit, don't lie down. If you can move around, if you can sit on the floor, right, doing some exercises, even studying with your kids, don't just sit on shades with the TV on and waste important time. Now, if you do that, you can kick the diabetes. Really, you can kick the diabetes and reverse diabetes by this adding the second component. The third component is Dr. Quiet, what I call Quietitude. Now, Quietitude combines proper sleep, effective napping to get energy renewals during the day, and meditation. It's very important to add these three things, right? We are caught up napping, in the wrong times of the evenings. It's best to nap in the early part of the noons, right? Around 12 to 1 to 2 p.m. It's a great time to nap. These small naps give us the energy boost which are required. And now these energy boosts actually not only help your brain to recover, it also gives you your body good amount of neurotransmitters and hormones. This has been scientifically proven to give you an energy dose, especially in the afternoon. Meditation is big. Now, don't think meditation only as some practitioners with yoga and you have to do it, in a very professional way. Meditation simply means relaxed mind. And it's not just the benefits of meditations are not just seen during the meditative practice. Essentially, when somebody meditates, the influence is seen all throughout the day, where they have got a bigger output from parasympathetic system. Now, the parasympathetic system and the rest and digest system, essentially, it does not allow. We essentially what we have is we have an overactive sympathetic system, underactive parasympathetic system. To balance this, meditation helps wonderfully well. If you add these components, you are going to find that you are seeing excellent results. Now let's add the last component, Dr. Happiness. Dr. Happiness is the happitude, right? It is actually your big why. What makes you happy? Why? You align your happiness with the reasons to beat diabetes, and the point at which they amalgamate, at which they join, becomes your new core value. You see, your core values are very important. Why would you like to beat diabetes? If you do not have strong reasons, you're never going to have action plan. Now, if you combine strong reasons with your why, with your core values for life and health, you combine why you want to beat diabetes with the core values in your life. Maybe there are some bigger reasons why you want to do. Maybe you want to have you want to have a big party when your son or daughter gets married, and you want to be healthy at that time. Maybe you want to play with your grandkids. Maybe you want to have a good sex life. Maybe you would like to have a good relationship, and all these things actually aligns with your core value, your why. And when you join these two things together, you essentially have an ability to take the action. You see, action does not just happen. You do not just get up in the morning, have that green juice. You do not just get up in the morning and have put on your shoes to the exercises. There is a reason behind that. If your reasons are strong enough, you actually can get this done much faster because you will follow through on this. Now, Hippocrates gave us these four doctors, right? If these four doctors are together, they actually beat what I call as the diabetes elephant. You see, the diabetes is actually a four-legged elephant. Diet, movement, sleep, and happiness. All these have to combine to disentangle the diabetes conundrum. Of course, there are genetic components, there are other things like smoking, which I mentioned in the last video, but they are there which are complementary or adding on to this. But these four, you have to work in tandem. You cannot outrun a poor diet. In the next video, the vegan diet video, I will show you how to nourish your body while reversing insulin, right? You cannot have nutritional deficiencies. You need to have proper supplements to get your nutrient level back to normal before insulin resistance can be pushed around. It will take more than everyday walk to make your muscles functional again. So the movement pattern needs to have a three fitness component adding on to the dietary component. You cannot just have walk around everyday exercise very well with a bad diet, right? And guess what? Without a proper sleep and a relaxed mind, diet and exercise give suboptimal results. Why? Remember the HPA axis from the last video? A stressed mind and life will force adrenals to keep pumping blood glucose higher and higher. Doctors will increase the drug, switch to insulin in such cases, whereas the real cause is elsewhere. It is stress which is actually activating the hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenal axis, giving you all the glucose you don't need, and then diabetes. Finally, if you do not have the big why, the reasons behind reversing diabetes, all else will not matter. You will lack the motivation to take the necessary actions. And Dr. Happiness video will show you exactly how to do that. Now, in the coming videos, I will show you the strategies which you can use, specific strategies, diet, movement, sleep, and happiness strategies. But for now, I want you to reflect on the 4-step plan. Now, if you really reflect on this plan, you will see what step are you missing. Now, is it your diet? Is your exercise plan inconsistent? Or is it incomplete? Are you getting enough sleep? Are you meditating? Did you start the meditative practice? Now, are your reasons to be free from diabetes strong, or are they not strong enough? And if that's not strong enough, they are leading to inconsistent actions. Now, these are tough questions, but only you can provide the answers. Remember, only an integrated plan will stop and reverse diabetes and prediabetes. And the 4-step plan, 4 doctors plan, which I mentioned you, is the most integrated, holistic one. And now let's come back to the biggest step you can take. It's called combating diabetes. Diabesity, which combines diabetes and obesity, is kind of a flashpoint. It's the single biggest culprit over here. And I'm not going to share a lot of details here because this video was about making you understand the four components, how they need to come together. But my 10-day program, which is free, and the report, which is in the link below, will actually help you get to this plan, the 4-day diabetes reset plan, which I say. But remember one interesting thing. The biggest side effect of following the 4 diabetes plan is you will not only be diabetes proof, but you will also be heart disease proof, cancer proof, hypertension proof, stroke proof, brain disease, Alzheimer's proof. Now, why do I say that? Because you do not need 5 different plans. The nourishing anti-inflammatory diabetes freedom plan, which I'm sharing with you, also combats inflammation. And inflammation is the underlying mechanism in these 5 big dreaded diseases, right? So in the next video, I'm going to share with you the best diabetes strategies that jumpstart the diabetes reversal process. Now, please follow the link below in the description to get the free report and the 10-day program, which I tell you about, where I help you build step by step the diabetes freedom habits and the programs which I recommend. Now, please let me know your biggest cause of your diabetes. What do you think is actually the biggest influence on your diabetes problem? And if you have got value from this video, please like, share, and subscribe to be notified of some amazing diabetes reversal videos that I have coming up. And join me at bediabetesproof.com. Until then, be diabetes proof. You will love my free 10-day diabetes freedom plan. It's a plan which shows you how to reverse diabetes naturally. You will see the all 4 doctors in action. You will learn from Dr. Diet the exact dietary strategies which diabetics can use to optimize their blood sugar levels in the short term and overcome insulin resistance in the long term. I will also reveal to you for some of the best recipes which I use and personally tell my clients to use with amazing results. You will also learn about doctor movement, how exercise can help you not only lower blood sugar levels but also overcome insulin resistance in the muscles. See, diabetics become weaker as they go through their diabetic cycle. So, if you overcome the muscle resistance, insulin resistance, you become stronger and healthier. Then you will also learn about Dr. Quiet, how sleep and napping plus meditation during the day can actually help you overcome insulin resistance, beat the inflammation going on in the body, and overall help you stop and reverse diabetes. And all this will be brought into picture with Dr. Happiness, where you will learn how to align your values, which you have, the health values and life values, with your diabetes freedom plan. You see, most diabetics lack the motivation to follow through a good lifestyle changing program. Why is that? Because their values are not aligned. You will learn these amazing secrets how to align your values, which you already have, with a diabetes freedom plan, so that you get the kick, the extra motivation required to follow through the program and make this life changing program a success. You can just visit bediabetesproof.com, or the description has the link with a 10-day free plan. You can click on that and just download the program and use it, because this program right now is free, but I intend to sell it in the future. So grab your copy today.